Hello everybody and welcome back to Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader. We've got some leveling up to do. First off, everybody got a whole level, and then we have some planets to explore, more planets to explore. We're still exploring the universe. There's a ton to do. So let's jump right in. I don't want this taking too long here, but it probably will, let's be honest. So I can't take persuasion here, but let's see what else I can take. Probably commerce, maybe? 125 is pretty good. 72 there, 72, 75, 60, 135 on coercion. Who is anybody better than that? No. So I'm the best at it. Commerce is Jay's pretty good at commerce. She's 5 points ahead of me, so I think we're good there. Sorry, Jai. I keep forgetting her name is not pronounced how it seems. I can't take fellowship, can't take ballistic skill. I'm pretty much out of options here. I can take willpower. I mean, willpower is always good just to not get mind controlled or anything like that. Everything else is pretty weak. I don't need weapon skill. Toughness would be okay. Willpower would probably be better. Perception's not really needed. Because perception does what? Just awareness and enemy dodge reduction? Okay. And then intelligence, I guess, could be good. Pascal's intelligence is only 60? I feel like that's really low for him, actually. Non-burst ranged attacks. And then the lore and tech use and Medicaid. Okay. I think we'll take the willpower here. That's fine. Abelard. We want your... We can't take toughness or strength, so I guess we take weapon skill here. Could possibly take agility, not really. Just kidding, Lamau. Yeah, we'll take weapon skill. And then we will take... Coerce. Or Carouse, sorry. I'm an idiot. It's affected by the toughness characteristic. Represents the ability to resist negative effects applied by some poisons, stimulants, stimulators, or alcohol, and give access to new dialogue options. Coercion. Fellowship. Commoners, Imperia, Persuasion, Demolition, Medicaid. I guess we take Carouse. Fuck it. We'll just keep building off of what they got. Let me go here. So ballistic skill not needed. Agility not needed. Weapon skill not needed. Perception maybe? Perception does... It does do her awareness skill. She's our highest awareness skill person, right? Like, am I crazy? Yeah, except closing that. Her awareness is really good, right? 127? I guess we can take perception. Just to bump that up as much as possible. Perception, and then if we have to take something else... Persuasion, not really. She can't do Medicaid. Demolition, Imperium lore. None of these. I guess we can bump up her lore warp. Yeah, because we don't really have... Adira is the only one that has really good lore warp, and she's not really on the team. So I guess bumping up someone else to have it would be good. Agility on her is nice. Character uses melee weapons, so their dog reduction is equal to half their agility. Okay, so it improves a character's initiative, dodge chance, and reaction. So that's actually good. I think we take agility over toughness there. Well, what is... Oh, yeah. That would put her at 55. So let's go ahead and do that. Athletics is really good, but I think Abelard is better at athletics. His is 105. Hers is what? Hers is also 105. If we give it the plus 10, I think. I think that's good. Imperium, she's okay. Xenos Lore, she's okay. Demolition, she's okay. Peruse, we don't really need because Abelard's really good at it. Heinrichs is actually really good at it too. That's crazy. Okay. Coercion. Wilbur's really good at. So we can take Demolition, but Solomorn's kind of our Demolitions expert. Argenta's right next to him. Right ahead of him. I don't think I need Xenos Lore because Jai is pretty good at that. Yurlet's also right behind her, which is funny that Yurlet is not more knowledgeable about Xenos than Jai. Hilarious. Kyrium Lore. Jai is really good at the lore. Jesus. Maybe we do athletics. Does that do anything? It's a strength characteristic. Difficult terrain. Yeah, that's just the checks. Which we're going to have... Well, I don't know if we're going to have Abelard in our party once we get that last dude. I might swap Abelard out for him here. So we'll see. So let's go ahead and take athletics for now. Available characteristic. We have agility, intelligence, and weapon skill. All of these I don't think she needs. I guess we take intelligence, because isn't that... With non-burst range area attacks, I don't think she has any of those. But it does affect her Medicaid, logic, lore, warp, bullshit. Agility? I don't think she need... Well... It improves her initiative, dodge chance, and reaction. So let's take the agility. Even though she doesn't move that much. Demolition sees it 60. Xenos Lore we can give to her. That's probably our best option. Imperium Lore is hilariously low. But yeah, we're going to go Xenos Lore. Just so we have an expert in Xenos Lore. Other than Jai, who's not on the team. Fellowship. Does Fellowship affect the doggo? I don't know. Strength we don't need. Agility, willpower, perception. I guess it does. I guess we can do agility or fellowship. Does it say... I fellowship will help the character find out approach ways unsociable servants. It doesn't say anything about... Yeah, it doesn't say anything about fellowship affecting any skills. So maybe we go agility on him as well, just to boost his... Yeah, so he does get a lot of agility, actually. So let's go ahead and dump agility there. Or dump into agility, I should say. One of these is better than the rest, yeah. Well, Wilbur's really good at that. We can't take demolitions. For some ungodly reason. I guess we can do awareness. I mean, we could do coercion, but I feel like that's just a waste of points. Everybody else can wait. Okay. Into the Coronis Expanse we go. Only 10 minutes that time. That's probably a new record for my dumbass going through going through a level up. But we visited this, right? Yeah, Ice World, Ash World, Rocky World. So we're going to the Forgotten Twins. Let's go ahead and take this dangerous path here. Dargonis has a new stage of development. Excellent. Uh-oh, why can't I do this? Oh. Interesting. Am I an idiot? Can I have gone into my actual stuff? If I put that, like, in my cargo, does it count towards that percentage? Because all that shit's not in my cargo, like all the swords and bullshit I don't use. Anyway, the Plasma Drive crew is begging for help. Thin and graceful warp creatures, laughing merrily, have caused a massacre in the drive bay. More and more people are losing their minds and joining the carnage. This lunacy has to be stopped. Blessed by holy gifts. We do have enough holy gifts. God Emperor's loyal servants will battle his enemies without fear or doubt. Rogue Trader and his retinue will personally go and face these contemptible foes. Or the crew will have to rely solely on their own strength and the Emperor's providence. Let's go ahead and give them the holy stuff. So we lost all our holy gifts. Last relics instilled the souls of the Voidsmen with such faith that there was no room for fear or doubt. It may have taken a staggering number of casualties to prevail over the enemy, but their sacrifice was not in vain. Yeah, that's debatable, but we'll see. We're here. Let's go ahead and chart new courses just so we can see where this is at. Okay, we got one in the Nameless Star. That's cool. And then the other one's in the belt that we haven't explored yet. So let's go ahead and go to the Colony Manager and Dargonis. Lord Captain, there's been a tragedy on Dargonis. Governor Drivestem has been dedicating most of his time to restoring the astropathic choir lost from the warp storm. But the psychers he assembled were struck by an unknown affliction. They heard something, and it cast them into madness. The astropaths lost sleep, started clawing at their skin to the flesh, and muttering gibberish, and eventually went completely berserk. They had to be eliminated, and now only a few of the most resilient astropaths are upholding the connection to Dargonis. But how long will they last? Where did the former astropaths come from, and can we get more of them? I've received complaints that Governor Drivestem has devastated the minor astropathic choirs of the Protectorate. He scaled them down by almost half through blatant abuse of his authority. To take more people from these choirs would mean depriving ourselves of connections with other worlds. We can try to hire sanctioned psychers from other domains, but they will be few as the road to the Imperium is perilous. Okay. We could also try getting by with the resources that are already available to us by seeking out fugitive astropaths and having them train psychically active citizens in the Protectorate who show promise. A most regrettable violation of his laws, but considering our grave situation... What is the cause of this affliction? Let's go ahead and just take a look at the rewards here. So we'll get Witch Collector, but -1 efficiency. The Rogue Trader's party gain plus fellowship bonus momentum when using any Psyker or Navigator powers. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so we require 1 profit factor, but we get +1... Oh, +1 security, and we get Disciples of the Damned. Demons, Chaos Creatures, Psychers, and Navigators deal 10% less damage to the Rogue Trader and their allies. That's cool. Or we get a Psych Ward at -1 security. So we need an unsanctioned psych or a psychic awakening. While veil degradation is equal to or more than 10, the wearer deals 8% additional damage with all psychic powers. That's interesting, but not really something I would use. What is the cause of this affliction? Who knows? The schemes of heretics from the cult of the Final Dawn? The treacherous magics of the Xenos? Perhaps it was a planned diversion, or perhaps merely a stray echo of the Immaterium. What say my advisors? Where can we obtain a new choir? Astropaths are among the most finely trained servants in the Imperium, who have beheld the light of the Emperor himself and gained a special bond with our master. Epic. I strongly advise the rogue trader to recruit only sanctioned psychers who are capable of keeping their talents in check. If there are not enough, the Inquisition will assist you in locating and acquiring more. Abelard, your lordship, Lady Theodora, not only had enemies in the Expanse, but friends as well. Those whom she helped out, rescued, and saved. I think these people can offer a helping hand. Among them are several powerful planetary rulers who possess both astropaths and a deep respect for your family name. Adira, there are a lot of psychers on my home planet, Lyra. Lyra? Lord Captain, do you know why? There, we are not despised, prosecuted, or enslaved by the black ships. There, we are sheltered from raids, educated, and respected. Of course, it's all done in secrecy from outsiders, but I can suggest which rulers to contact. Maybe the Von Valencia's family name will be enough to make a deal and obtain a better trained group of astropaths than some criminal rabble. Okay, so now what do I have to do? I get Witch Hunter, I get Disciple of the Damned, +1 security, or I get the Psychic Ward. So, what is this one? Yeah, everybody, psychic creatures just do less damage to us. Or this one that they get more momentum when using navigator powers. I think this one, Abelard, it's time to reach out to Theodora's old friends. It will be done. I wonder how many of them are still alive. A ship carrying 24 astropaths soon arrive on Dargonis. They descend to the surface, covering head to toe in protective amulets as if going to war. The news of the tragedy that had befallen the previous choir had quickly spread throughout the Expanse. Each of them conveyed words of amity from the rulers who had sent them, and each asked permission to visit the family crypt to pay tribute to Lady Theodora. There has been no recurrence of the disastrous astropathic madness, but the new astropaths have all reported hearing strange whispers ever since their first day on the planet. Well, shit. Well, fuck. There's nothing I can do about that, buddy. So I can get schools here. It gives efficiency to everyone, but -1 profit factor. But I get 4 people and 1 complacency. I think that's pretty good deal, honestly. 2 efficiency to all planets is crazy, especially with how little. I have 3 efficiency there. Oh, I got the medicine kits. Okay, so Foulstone isn't researching anything. Is that for a reason? Yes, because I wanted this, right? I needed 3 people. This gives me +2, and I get Accuser of Sin. Is there anything I wanted from here? Let's do security, +5 profit factor. The Rogue Trader and their allies gain 20% damage against demons. Rogue Trader and their allies gain 20% damage against demons. Okay. Or a Shrine, where I get Epiphany. And just a bunch of shit. That's the one I don't want. Crusades. Security and profit factor is pretty good. What was I waiting on that? Was I waiting on the weapons for the Crusades? And now I have them? I can't remember. So I don't have enough people here. I need 3 people, and I'm getting 4 people from that other one when that's done. But do I need complacency, or do I need security? Let's go ahead and take a look here. So I'm good on complacency. I could use some security there. Good on complacency. Good on security there. Free on Dillage. Minus complacency. Oh, I did get a bunch of shit here. I'm good on security. Good on complacency needed there. Security is good there. Dreamless. And I got +2 proficient or efficiency. And then I got holy gifts, melee weapons, ranged weaponry, phlogiston, and promethium. This one only has 1 security. So I think I take the security here. I think that's good. +5 profit factor and I do 20% more damage to demons. Yeah, let's go ahead and execute that. Janus here. Let's go ahead and see what I can do with you. Seems that I can't do shit, actually. Yeah, there's nothing I can do for you. So what am I waiting on? So I need reputation. Ah, it's blocked. I'm an idiot. The red ones I can do. So I can do this, but I need 2 people, and I need Casabellica mission. Casabellica mission. Gives me poisonous nectar feature. Level of toxin inflicted by the road trader or their allies is increased by 3. That's cool. Pollen of the Unreal. 10 to 15 toxic damage with 20% armor penetration and 20% dodge resistance. All creatures in the area must make a willpower resistance test. If failed, the creature immediately attacks an ally from their current position. That's crazy, actually. And we get more reputation with them. That requires 2 people that I don't have. Reputation with Jerusians. I get +10 dogmatic, which I don't really need. Profit factor's nice and the provisions are nice, but I feel like I don't need them. Giants. I need that. I need to complete giants. And that gives me a ton of shit, actually. So where is the giants? Here? No. Kiva Gamma? No. Gargonas? No. Vebos? Where the fuck is giants? Did I miss it? Am I retarded? Hold on. No, 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 no. Bonfires of the Righteous, Good Tidings, Crusade Shrine. Okay. Is it on here, actually? Am I stupid? No, it's not here. Giants right here, and I can't get it. Or no, I don't have enough efficiency. I need more than 5, more or 5 proficiency. Oh, efficiency. Oh, and then I can get 10 of those with 3 replenishing and contract? Holy shit, this is amazing. How do I get more efficiency on Kiva Gamma? Okay. So if there's anything that gives me efficiency on... So what is this? Crusade. It doesn't show me. Let me see what I'm doing right now. Does this give me... This gives me security. Is there anything here that I can do? No. So there's nothing on Janus I can do. This I need... Does this give me complacency and security? The 2 things I don't need. This gives me 2 efficiency with Iconoclast, and servitors have no feelings, but they serve plus 20 hull integrity with all that there. That's pretty good. I like that a lot. This is also really good. But I think for now we go with this. What does this one give? Yeah, no. We're going to go ahead and execute this on Kiva Gamma. Janus. We need reputation, which I don't think we can get, or the Jerusalems. The reaping is what we need. This is crazy. Or no, this isn't even crazy. This isn't the thing I was thinking of. What was the thing I was thinking of? It was Giants. Giants is the crazy one that we really, really want. For 10 mobile extractums? That's insane. All right. This is what we're executing now on Dargonis, which gives us efficiency on 2 + 2 for all colonies. So once this is done, that'll put Janus at 5 exactly. Or that would put this at 5 exactly, right? Because isn't this giving... This is giving +2 proficiency. Dargonis is going to give +2 proficiency. It already has +1 proficiency. So then I can do Giants next. Okay, that works out, actually. So we're just chilling there. Let's go ahead and see what we can do here. We can do Liar in the Void. We can do all these. We can't do any of these. So let's go ahead and check out these. So we have everything here. Iron Eye Grenade. Creature caught in corrosive grenade blast suffer negative armor reduction. +2 profit factor. +1 that. Security. Gives us +2 efficiency, -1 security. We've completed all this. We get a bunch of stuff here. Not really looking forward to that. This is okay. Complacency and security. All allies gain +5 coerce or carouse. Suffer 10% less toxic damage. That's pretty good. What about ergonomics? That gives me +2 profit factor and +2 efficiency. What? So I'm at 2 efficiency, 8 complacency, 1 security. This would give me 2 complacency and 2 security. And it gives me 10%. Yeah, I think that's the better play. Just for 2 profit factor is not going to be good. So we're going to go with the Envirodomes. There. And then everything but Janus should have something working on it. Yeah. Okay. And then just to double triple check here. I can't do anything for Janus. Correct. Okay. So we're chilling there. Let's go ahead and visit the system that we traveled to 30 minutes ago. Coordinates from a ship's log lead to an unremarkable star system. Oh, that's unremarkable. That looks cool as shit. The big sun and the little sun that's siphoning off the big sun energy. Ooh. The Augur crew reports that the arrays cannot register anything worthy of the Lord Captain's attention. Was this log entry just someone's idea of a joke? If somebody has decided to mock the road trader, they're playing a dangerous game. Traces of space battle and then tons of planets. Let's go ahead and start here. This is so cool. I love that. Let's go ahead and scan here. Anything cool? Anything cool? Yes. Not explored. Cogitator screen highlights the shapes of several buildings. This small settlement, the only one on the planet, is a winter scale dynasty outpost. Proctor Anthar. Oh, Solomon. Request permission to land with a squad. According to his intelligence, there may be a smuggler's hideout in the vicinity of the settlement. Illegal transports. Epic. I just had a monster, so I'm like burping like crazy. Illegal transports are of little interest to the Proctor, but the criminals have been caught in the attack of the Arbades convoy. The heretics who survive that skirmish will soon learn that there is no escaping justice. Visit the outpost, allocate a shuttle to search for the criminals, send out a party to raid the outpost. Let's visit the outpost ourselves. After a lengthy descent to the planet, you are rewarded with a dismal sight. The entire outpost consists of long columns of uniform bunkhouses, machine hangars, and a large headquarters topped with a massive antenna of an ancient voxcaster. The binary suns hanging in the sky make every object cast two shadows, a spectacle you find vaguely disturbing. The custodian and his people go out of their way to give the esteemed guest a proper reception, but their resources are scarce at best. Talk to the custodian. The custodian shares alarming news. The outpost is highly dependent on various deliveries from the core Winterscale worlds, but 2 ships have already failed to arrive on schedule. The locals do not have an astropath of their own, so the custodian cannot determine the cause of the delays or request aid. We can give him 2 provisions. The outpost will soon run out of food at this rate, so the custodian sends an urgent request for provisions. He's begging for your help, offering what little his settlement has in exchange. We can supply the outpost with the provision it needs. We have... What do we have food-wise? We have 12. We can give him 2. Agree to help in the future should you have the necessary... No, let's give it to him. And we got a needle rifle, which we have a ton of. Cool. The custodian showers you with gratitude and he hurries to send gifts in return. The formerly grim and worried faces of his men light up with relief. Oh, and we get a bunch of other crap too. Cool. The return journey treats you to a rare and unexpected spectacle. The eclipse begins as one of the 2 local suns covers the other. You watch as the temperature drops, the lighting changes, and the double shadows vanish. The 2 discs in the sky merge, forming a shimmering oval, and then become one. Eventually, the fantastic event passes, leaving behind a vivid memory. Cool. Winterscale Dynasty Outpost hails Wilbur von Valesius and thanks him for his help. The locals are indebted to him. Glory to the rogue trader. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and check out this world next here. We got some plasteel, 2 plasteel, not bad. Let's go ahead and check out the traces of the battle. Uh-oh, Aldarian distress. Okay, 115 experience. Lord Captain, there's evidence of a recent scuffle straight ahead. Throne take me. This is not a frigate. This is a gutted piece of metal. The helmsman falls silent for a moment. Blimey. The culprits are here too. It's the Eldari freaks. I recognize their shiny asses, even from this distance. Except the Xenos are acting suspiciously. They are hovering in place and not even trying to run. Should we approach or open fire from a distance? Call your people off, Alantak. Something is wrong. The children of Assyrian are dismayed. But doing something like this to a monkey vessel, no, we are not animals. I appeal to your prudence and the promise you made. Do not destroy my kin for the deeds they did not commit. Lord Captain, we have received a report from the Augur crew. The situation is unusual. The Xeno ship displays no biological or energetical signatures, even though it appears to be intact. According to the scanners, there's nobody on board. However, survivors are believed to be hiding in one of the compartments of the damaged vessel of the Imperium. We have also spotted some drifting plating remains that could belong to third unidentified vessel. Have the acolytes dispatch a crew to rescue the team if there are any survivors on the frigate. Let's do that first. It will be done. It just flips the switches on the Vox system cogitator and the transmission goes quiet for a while. Okay, we got some Xeno artifacts and some fuel. Lord Captain, the scouts managed to rescue several emaciated officers from the wrecked ship. Despite their wounds, they are able to tell us what happened. During a patrol, the frigate discovered an Aldari ship crossing the system and decided to immediately attack the enemies of humanity. The Xenos vessel proved too fast and skittish, but at one point its engines failed, giving the frigate a chance to attack. When the guns were aimed, several Drukhari ships suddenly pounced from the darkness. At first, they attacked from a distance, but soon boarded the frigate and wreaked a bloody massacre on the decks. It is only by sheer miracle that the surviving officers managed to escape, locking themselves up in a hidden technical compartment the Xenos had no use for. The survivors claim that the Xenos conspired and deliberately led the ship into a trap where it met its doom. The Xenos joins forces to eliminate a vessel of the Imperium? An alliance between the Aldari and the Drukhari is an unusual sight, and yet such an outcome is hardly surprising. Why, Master Interrogator? I was thinking exactly the same thing. At least you and I can finally agree on something. How blind are Monkey to the vices of their own kind? Humans attack a ship of the children of Zasarian, sailing peacefully by, but it is my kinspeople who are blamed? Your led is beside herself with contempt and rage. No, my kind would not willingly take part in a massacre orchestrated by the Dark Ones, and then abandon their ship. Something else happened here, something I'm afraid to even consider. Send the shuttle scouts to investigate this Xenos ship. We got one Xenos artifact. And we got an shuriken catapult. 2 of them. Okay. After several hours of tedious waiting, Vigis gets back on the air. Lord Captain, the scouts confirm our earlier report. The Xenos ship is intact. Many valuable artifacts have been found inside, but neither the Aldari nor their bodies were discovered. We are late again, Alantok. Your led's voice sounds faint and almost listless. Okay. Have the acolytes of the machine cult identify the remains of the third vessel. Voxmaster relays the orders to the tech priest and promptly receives a reply. Lord Captain, I'm reporting that the whole fragments belong to a Drukhari Xenos race, but the presence of their ships in the system at this time has not been confirmed. We've done everything we could. We are leaving. Alantok has... The comm bead in your ear delivers a stifled gasp. Has my search come to a dead end? I ventured into the darkness of space with the monkey, hoping to find my kin, but all I find were corpses buried by human hatred. Ilet's voice trembles, either with desperation or anger. We may not have agreed on everything, but at least you tried to reach out to me. As a thank you, I will share the coordinates of my kinspeople's cache with you as I promised. You'll be given a worthy reward for your efforts. Okay. Find the Aldari cache. Is this cool? Can we just park here? Anyway. Let's begin scan of this asteroid. Absolutely fuck all. What did you say? I would often watch the prison population on the small planetoid of Urax 5 observatory. Looking at this celestial body now, I'm beginning to think that all such entities are alike. Okay. Anything here? Yes. The crew were treated to a truly impressive sight. A colossal storm on a gas giant surface. The planet's dimensions in themselves were mind-boggling, and then it birthed a tempest, the storm to end all storms. As Lord Captain and his officers observed it from a safe distance, Through the bridge's huge viewing windows, someone suggests giving it a name. And the Emperor's Wrath garnered the most votes. Some of the crew believe the storm was to be an omen. We can only hope it is an omen of great things to come. Okay. Weird. Weird world building, but that's fine. And then the final planet in the Twin Stars system. Nothing. Go ahead and go back to the world map. And then we can go to the nameless star. Or we can go to the belt. We're going to go to the nameless star here. During the warp voyage, the middle decks report strange gatherings that were attracting dozens of officers. An investigation quickly bore fruit. One of the acolytes from the Augur's deck has proclaimed himself a prophet and is rambling about purification by blessed fire. Only the perilous influence of the warp can explain the strange convictions and uncanny zeal of this person. So we can do a coerce, dispose of the newly emergent prophet and ban the cult, or put the cult under surveillance. Let's go ahead and just put them under surveillance. Make sure they don't get up to anything. Spies reported the cult gathering were hardly worth investigating. They were nothing but long conversations, punctuated by people searing their palms over an open flame. The surveillance was maintained until the end of the warp journey, after which the newly born prophet simply forgot about his calling, stopped giving sermons, and dismissed his congregation. Epic. Plus 10 profit factor gained? Holy shit, what the hell? Let's go ahead and chart new courses here. Okay, so we just got that there. Go ahead and look at our Okay, holy shit. These guys again. Okay. An incredible find has been made on Foulstone, Lord Captain. A lost volume of St. Keith's diary has been discovered during the restoration of his crypt. By following the saint's word, the Order of the Hammer was able to find a crypto-ark, Jesus, containing a tech relic of Saint Cognatius, the Crucible. Keith's writing on it are vague. It's called the Sculptor and Transformer Granting Life and Grace. Explorators have sent a delegation to lay claim to the treasure, which has sparked a heated dispute that has been going on for many days. What is the main points of dispute? Actually, let's go in Tech Litany Collection. All void ship weapons, except torpedoes, gain +3 to critical hit chance and +3 to critical hit damage. Or I can get this. His scriptures. Gain +20 Imperium lore. The wearer gains +7% armor and deals 7% critical damage to Xenos and demons. It can also re-roll a failed test once per turn. Once per test? Oh, shit. That's good. Oh, fuck. That alone is crazy. What the hell? I'm gonna be taking that bitch. For sure, for sure. What are the main points of the dispute? The tech priests claim that the privileges of the Adeptus Mechanicus oblige the Order of the Hammer to hand over any sacred archotech over to them. They argue that the Crucible has been considered not a personal possession of the saint, but rather an object temporarily entrusted to his care. The Order of the Hammer rejects this thesis, insisting that the right to care for such a sacred objects belongs to the ecclesiarchy cults, and since Cognatius was canonized, then the Crucible should be regarded as a blessed relic, not archotech. How fierce are the deliberations? Quite. The discussion has happening now for more than 8 cycles without interruption. Both sides have provided more than 100 experts on scholarly wisdom and law and have put forward around 4,000 theses, statement, arguments, and testimonials. A special administratum commission comprised of 200 armed clerks has arrived to pass a verdict and enforce the law. This may well be the largest religious dispute in the Expanse's history. Prelate Tychon is advocating for the doctrine of co-protection, and the explorators intransigence grows ever weaker. I don't know. Intransigence? Anyway, perhaps they will agree on a compromise. What say my companions? It is likely the research contained in the ancient treaties and archival repositories of the Adeptus Mechanicus will prove factual information on similar precedent. I can spare some of my computing power to find such a case and provide my brothers and sisters with information that is necessary to win this dispute. I believe that the chronicles of the Amalian Conclave describe mystical miracles witnessed by zealots while praying at the ancient banner of Saint Capius. Should the Crucible perform a similar miracle, then no doubts will remain that it is indeed a holy relic and not the property of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Shireen, do you know the best motivation to make your enemies ripe for the compromise? The danger of losing any sort of benefit. It is within your power to take the Crucible for yourself, using the privilege of the warrant if you so desire. Why do you not imply such a possibility to the parties involved? Okay, so here I have 100% now. Tech Litany Collection. We can get the scriptures. Hammer and the Cog. The Hammer and the Cog. Medkits always heal plus 3 times the Rogue Trader's Iconoclast rank more wounds. By humbling the monks and the tax priests, the Rogue Trader has gained the reputation as a great mediator. I think we're gonna go ahead and take the scriptures for ourselves. I think this is crazy. I just think this is so good. Fuck it. Cassia has brought up an interesting idea. Let the convincing miracle happen that would prove that the Crucible is a true relic. And 5 experience. Now I feel uneasy at the thought that I have become the mastermind of this deceit. After some time, the Crucible revealed the miraculous vision. Sacred images of martyrs appeared before the awestruck witnesses and blessed the ancient artifact. And even though some claimed to have caught a glimpse of some suspicious individuals operating lens machines, holy shit. Most of the present acknowledged the fact of this miracle and the status of the Crucible as a relic. The explorators have made peace with their loss and asked permission to conduct several of their own rituals with the Crucible. When the tech liturgies had been completed, the tech priest departed Foulstone. What the fuck? What the hell is wrong with me? Research into the Crucible has identified it as a device for surface terraforming. Fueled by the geothermal energy of the planet, it could turn a wasteland into a blooming garden. However, a way to launch it has yet to be found. Okay. That's everything, right? We don't have anything else to do. These are blocked. This is the only one that we can do, but we need our reputations with the Drusins. You get profit factor, weapons, mechanisms, and a contract. Or we can do this one where we need 3 people. But we get dogmatic, complacency, efficiency, and reputation with the Drusians. So I think for now, we just do this one. We just try to get as much... What does this require? This requires 3, and it gives us reputation. I think we could take the hit to our dogmatic and then get the complacency and efficiency. So I think we just wait on the people from one of these other things that I have going on. That I totally fucking remember what I did. This one... Good. You still have 1. You have 1. Aha! Vabos. Lord Captain, the mines of Vabos 6 are once again in turmoil. At the depths of level MD Zeta 05, the Overseer has discovered a mountain of mutilated bodies seemingly crushed by the millstones of the mining machines. All the dead are convicts. The Overseers believe that there is a cult of heretics operating in the ranks of the prisoners, offering human sacrifices. The prisoners themselves claim that the atrocity was committed on the order of the warden to rid his prison of the more inconvenient inmates. The warden tried to reason with the raging mob, but was mauled to death instead. His defiled remains were found inside one of the cells where prisoners were being tortured during the investigation of the strange convicts. The Overseers managed to isolate the rebels inside the mining facilities, but an assault would result in high losses of the workforce. But on the other hand, the prisoners are ready to lay down their weapons, cease the violence, and repent if the rogue trader would only demonstrate some compassion towards their plight, possibly by reforming some of the more severe punishments. Okay, and what do we get here? Complacency, minus efficiency, mercy to the fallen. Rogue trader gains +2 resolve. Everyone knows the nobility of the rogue trader's spirit. We get this. +1 security of the Scourge of Vabos 6. All allies gain +3 critical hit chance. And -1 complacency. We can afford this. Or Keen Mind. All allies gain +3 dodge reduction against enemies. So who did kill the people found in the mines? That remains to be established. The riot has complicated the investigation. Perhaps it is the work of the warden after all, or perhaps there is a cell of the Cult of the Final Dawn operating among the prisoners. But the few pics of the corpses that the Overseer managed to take contained an oddity. If one were to use their imagination, they could see a certain pattern in the scattered bodies. One that vaguely similar to one of these inconvenient prisoners had been drawing. What do my officers and advisors think? Shireen, if the government and a pack of overseers cannot handle their duties, should they not take the place of their wards? And could there not be worthy administrators among those who oppose them? Those who could not do better? Those who could do better? A mob of commoners mauled a noble soul who is attempting to reason with them. How awful. Perhaps the underground madness has spread among them and assumed a new form, turning them into monsters in the process. It would be cruel to kill them if this is the case. It is much more humane and well-intentioned to exercise their brains in order to curb their ferocity and penchant for disobedience. My house did the same whenever the serfs rebelled in their ignorance, a rather merciful step. I don't care about the overseer, the convicts, or their problems. What bothers me is the dead bodies. Who left them? That is the most important question. If the bodies haven't been destroyed yet, then we could conduct a certain kind of divination. The ritual is less than appetizing. Yeah, appetizing. I don't know why I hung up on that. But a psyker with a strong stomach could learn more about their deaths. The traces of death are like an open book to the disciple of the web. A skilled spinner can go to the mines and reveal what brought death to the convicts. So we can punish the people. We still get the -1 security, +1 complacency, mercy of the fallen. That's not happening. +1 efficiency, -1 complacency. Pretty good. Exterminate them all. +1 security. Get the scourge. -1 complacency. Which isn't as good. You're a keen mind. Let the spinner... Dark revelation. What is that? All allies gain % dodge. Cultist the Bloodsword and when sacrifice his sanity to deliver the prophecies of a strange enemy to the rogue trader. Or conduct a thorough investigation. Keen mind. Keen mind. These are the same thing. I think we're going to exterminate the scoundrels who dare to rebel against me, unfortunately. I think we can afford the complacency hit, plus we get this here, where we get just +3 critical hit chance. Just crazy. Which goes against my character, but serves mechanically. To sever Verbus 5 is of Von Valencia's dynasty. Several thousand of the prisoners who actively partook in the riot and the warden's murder were smoked out with gas, seized and executed in the fires of the foundry press in front of the rest. The investigation did not yield anything to help identify the party behind the murders that had sparked the riot. Level MD Zeta 5 has been sealed. But we do get 2 more complacency from that and 2 security, so not really a big deal. So let's see here. Test of wills. Blood sports and killing fields go away. We have everything here. Lord Captain's void ship gains unerring shots feature. Torpedoes deal 15% more damage, which is crazy. Imperial Navy is good. +4 people to +2 security. What is this? Wilbur gains the Cutthroat feature. All allies gain +10 critical damage. And the Wrath of the Vile Rabble. It's a pretty good axe. It's a one-handed chain axe. Profit factor 3, complacency 2 for all colonies is pretty crazy. And all we need is 2 people. We need 3 people here. Wilbur gains the superior munitions feature. All allies gain +5 ballistic skill and +5 damage to their range attacks. The rogue trader's mutations are produced with Feast line of the highest quality. Profit factor 2, and then some bullshit. I think this is the best one, honestly. We just need the people. We have -4. Why do we have -4? +9 for Dargonos? Jesus. Okay. Okay, we're chilling for now. Let's go ahead and do one of these lower ones here. So we got warp guides. We need more security. We get Iconoclast, security, complacency, and Navigator's Insight +3, which is super good. We need right now. These other ones are probably better. Profit factor +2, Fellowship of the Void, and security +1 for all colonies is pretty good. Extract them. And then we just get a bunch of stuff with minus security. I think we do Liar in the Void here. Get +1 security for all planets. We have enough of all these. We can use our last weapons. Do I need that for this? I do not. So maybe I think we do use our last weapons here in the Liar in the Void. Execute that. We are chilling for now. Can I do anything here? No. If I get people, I can do this. If I get stuff, I can do this. That's fine. So we're chilling there. Okay. Now, this is an uncharted system. We didn't go there yet. What was I going to do next? I don't recall. Let's go ahead and check out the system before we end the episode here. Okay. Projection from warp. Very interesting. And 4 planets to look at. This one looks pretty good. Okay. That seems fun. We'll check that out next time. Warp aberration. Aberration. Crazy. Okay. Well, a lot of dialogue. No combat this episode, I don't think. None at all, which is crazy to think about. Not a space battle, not a foot battle. Could have potentially had one, but it's totally fine. We got some levels. We're chilling. We're going to continue exploring the universe. I'll see you in the next one.